Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and welcome to the Guy Dawson Show at WCOBM.com, the World Center of Broadcast Media. My name is Guy Dawson, and I am the managing member of Classy Communications, a full-service media and marketing company. If you would like to bring greater recognition to your business, your organization, or yourself personally, please get in contact with us at 702-845-6129 or visit our website, classycommunications.net. We are broadcasting to you live from the Gene Woods Racing Experience in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, just a stone throw. Oh, man, I thought this was going to be the one day when I was going to...
You're known for the stone's throw,
The illustrious Quan didn't come today.
I know, I'm all bummed out.
Everybody now. The stone throw belongs to the world. It no longer belongs to me.
You ain't watching my show because I've been stone throwing for weeks.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I always give you credit, man. I said, like my friend Guy Dawson says, we're a stone throw.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
This is Danny Vegas. He's a marketing guru and a good friend of mine. How's everything going, Danny? How's business?
Business is good. Trying to keep everyone happy, and the balls are up in the air, and yes. I want this, I want that. Hey, how's this? How's that? Oh, you didn't do this. I'm like, oh.
Yes, I understand that very well, Danny.
Yeah.
Danny and I are very similar businesses where we have to take care of a lot of people.
That's right.
Yeah. Cover a lot of territory and keep a lot of people happy.
Keep a lot of people happy. But it's not that hard to do if you just communicate.
Yeah, communication.
You got to keep that communication. You got to, if your clients don't hear from you, they start thinking, what do I need him for? And once they start thinking that way, you're halfway out the door, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
Communication is key.
Communication's key.
Danny Vegas Live is your company.
Yes.
And I know that I first really started to know about that business from these networking events that you
That's right. Yeah.
were putting on. I guess it was around 2010, 2011.
Started in 2010. Started in 2010.
They became very popular.
Yeah, they were, and in some respects still are. We just don't have as many of them, but we did networking events for years and years and years and years, and that's what really built the brand, being out there every week at a new location. And to the point where we are now. And my goal is to be a power brand. I mean, just a brand that wherever it goes, it's automatically known as a huge thing. So, and a viable entity. So, I don't know if I'm there yet, but I'm trying to get there.
How did you develop the Danny Vegas brand?
I think it all came from, and I wouldn't say follow this advice. But for 2 years, I did a networking event every week. Didn't make a dime. But people saw that brand literally every day for years. And that's where I think the wideness and the depth of the brand where it is today is because of those 2.5 years of literally being in people's faces every day. And, of course, my good looks and my charm and my friendliness and all that other stuff.
And I remember you being so out there. I didn't realize that you were literally doing a networking event every week, but I know that I was getting emails from you all the time. I know that there was a lot of social media activity, and there was a very big buzz in town about these events. Go to Danny Vegas's events. Have you been to Danny Vegas's events? It was, and it still is. They're still very popular.
They are. They're just not every week. I just after 3 years of doing them every week, being a one-man show, I just burn out. And so we made them every month, and we changed the format of the brand. But I will tell you, every brand has a point in time where it's is the big moment. Now, I remember doing a weekly event like I usually do. And Las Vegas Women's Magazine came into my event and said, hey, we like what you do. We want to work with you. That was the minute it took legitimacy. when someone, I mean, I had a client that actually had an office. Wow, you got an office? So
when you're just getting your business started and you're a marketing person,
survival.
I know what you're saying.
So that's the day when the legitimacy of the brand really took hold, is when Las Vegas Women's Magazine said, hey, we like what you're doing. We want to work with you, and we're almost 4 years now into our relationship.
I know I've been seeing you over the last couple of years doing a lot of things, and that brand has really grown a lot as well. And I think that their connection with you has been something that has really helped them to improve their brand, because they were not a huge magazine by any means.
It took a number of years, but I think in a local area, Guy, they are a power brand. I mean,
are
wherever
very powerful
they
now.
stick that brand on there, it usually means it is an entity of value. It is a game operation, and when they have their premiere parties, thousands of people show up, and it's, as a power brand grows, it's a little bit harder and harder to get them involved, and they just don't get involved in everything, and that's part of being a power brand, and I just love them, and I want to be like them when I grow up.
Oh yeah, these quarterly events now are becoming staples in the business community here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, they're huge. They're literally take an hour to get into. The vendor spots are sold out weeks before the actual event. It's a power brand, and it's value, and it's good, and it's A game. It's what I preach every day, and we've talked about this many times. A game, presentation, purpose, product, whatever you want to call it. And they got it, and I'm happy to be with them.
And you were talking earlier about business networking, and I'm a big believer in business networking as a way to develop your business. I basically built all of my company through business networking, and yet you admit that you were putting on these events and you weren't necessarily making money off of the events.
Right.
Will you share with the viewers out there about why a person would do that? Because some people just don't have that thought process that, why would I get myself involved in something that's not bringing me back money?
Well, that's true, and I diagnose my persona and my personality and stuff like that. It's hard to charge money for something you don't feel is of value, and obviously for many years I was doing that, and everybody was saying, man, this is a lot of value. I guess I didn't believe it. It was a number of years before I realized, Danny Vegas is a very marketable entity, and with the weapons that we have as far as our power brand partners, our media partners, we did radio shows and stuff, and being blessed where I can get in front of this microphone with absolutely no preparation and just plow through an hour without even thinking, and that type of stuff. It was a number of years, Guy, before, the Danny Vegas character, which, is part of the brand, the person behind that character who was running the show really kind of believed in it. Really kind of like, wow, Danny Vegas is not a comic book character. It's a brand that has extreme value. And it took probably took 3 years to where I felt like, okay, I can compete with anybody. I can compete with anybody, but it took some time.
Yeah, isn't that a huge thing, though, Danny? And I think that an overlooked aspect of being an entrepreneur is the fact that you have to develop at some point in your life. Every entrepreneur has developed a true belief in what they're doing. And that it comes at different stages for different people. And you can't really measure yourself by how someone else has done it when they got to a level of belief in their product. For me, it's a very individual thing. So I can relate to what you're talking about.
Yeah, it is very interesting. And, you look back at it, it's, I look back at Danny, it's almost 6 years now. I'm like, gee whiz, how many years did we really just kind of go through the motions where, am I behind where I should be? I know we're almost running out of time, but I would say, yeah, it took quite a while before I would sit in the boardroom and say, yeah, I'm Danny Vegas, and I kick ass, and I put asses in seats better than anybody else. It took some time to do that.
Yeah, the most phenomenal event that really set it off for me with Danny was when we did it over at that mansion, the Heartland Mansion, and I've talked to you about this many times. Fabulous event. I had a hot girl with me, and it was a great event. I mean, you just can't it doesn't get any
The
better
vibe
than
is
that.
better. It's a concert.
It was
it's like
Christmas time,
Yeah.
remember?
Oh, I remember. It was like the rock concert.
It was fabulous. I am here with a rock star. His name is Danny Vegas. He is a marketing guru, and we're going to take a short commercial break and come back and talk about the marketing community in Las Vegas.
Let's do it.
And our friends and the things that we're doing over here at WCOBM.
Love it. I love it.
Stay tuned for more of The Guy Dawson Show.